Okay, that's the biggest problem in this country. The statistics in the UK for crime is 0 for guns. Why is it so bad? Why is there a 7-year-old with a bloody gun? Come on, think about it. Let's do something. We've got a new governor now. Let's do something. Let's change it. You've got a beautiful country. You've got beautiful people. But what's the problem? Guns. How does a 7-year-old have a gun? That's what I'm pissed off with. I'm only here because my husband's in the military, or otherwise I would not have chosen to come to you.
You know how they say people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones? This lady apparently didn't listen. First of all, the UK does not have 0 gun violence. In 2020, there were a total of 5,709 firearm offenses recorded by police in England and in Wales. As a matter of fact, according to The Guardian, 2 in 3 police force areas in England and Wales are experiencing rising gun crime, with one force facing levels 6 times higher than a decade ago. Now, before some of you start waxing poetic about how much lower that is compared to the US, remember the US has a population of over 300 million people with over 400 million guns in it, compared to the UK, who has a population of about 60 million people with about 2 million guns with extremely strict gun laws, so those guns are in the hands of an exceedingly small group of people. So theoretically, their gun crime numbers should be damn near 0. But they're not. Not even close. America literally has more guns than people, but only average 10 to 12,000 gun homicides a year. So based on the number of guns and the people with guns we have in America, those numbers should theoretically be exceedingly higher if guns were the issue. But they're not. But it gets worse. While she's pointing fingers at America asking how does a 6-year-old get a gun, how about she take her behind back to the UK, since she doesn't like it here so much, and ask them why children as young as 7 years old are caught with knives at school in the UK? Or why in 2022 the total number of knife crime offenses committed by 10 to 17-year-olds in England and Wales was 3,490. I admit her anger is warranted. I just think it's misguided. She never asked the question, how did a 6-year-old get a gun into a school with metal detectors? Here's how, and I quote, "Officials said that while the school, which has about 550 pupils and is in the city of Newport News, had a metal detector, pupils were checked at random and not every child was inspected." I can't for the life of me understand why they wouldn't just check all of the students. Clearly the 6-year-old played the odds and got into the school with a gun. You have metal detectors there for a reason. Use them. The next question she should be asking is, what in the world happened between that 6-year-old and that teacher that caused a 6-year-old to want to do harm to his teacher? I don't care what tool he used to do it. It's the fact that he wanted to cause the harm in the first place that raises the most questions for me. This is also clearly a parenting issue. I know tons of parents who teach their kids how to shoot at a young age, so I'm honestly not surprised a 6-year-old was able to use a gun. But what is this kid being taught that he would want to resort to such violence at such a young age? That type of behavior is learned from the environment that surrounds him. Yes, he used a gun, but this would have been just as crazy if he used a knife or hammer. It's the behavior that is shocking, not the tool. I find it funny when people from the UK criticize American gun culture and act like they're the shining beacon of the world because they're subjects to their government, where Americans are free citizens of our country. The founders used their own guns to fight for the very freedom we have here in America to own guns the way that we do because we didn't want to be like you. We chose dangerous freedom. She clearly prefers peaceful oppression, but it's only peaceful if the oppressor decides to be peaceful. So good luck with that. Right now, there's a culture war against the Second Amendment, which is why I need your help spreading our message to counter their message. You can help do this by leaving a comment, sharing this video, and click the bell and subscribe button. Let my voice be your voice, and let them know you want to keep America tactical, because the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed wasn't a suggestion, it was a directive. Also, if you're wondering where to purchase your AR-15s are essential, I will not comply, I am the militia, the new Draco design, and your state-specific Keep America Tactical shirt, click the link under the Keep America Tactical in the description section of this video. Or if you're watching this on mobile, tap the small triangle on the lower right-hand side of this video and click the link in the description.